Okay, let's look at example 3.6. In example 3.6, we have this pipe mechanism, and on this pipe mechanism, we are supposed to determine the components of the single couple equivalent to the couples shown. Okay, so you'll notice you have this force and this force are clearly a couple. They're in equal and opposite directions at some distance apart. Same with this force and this force. So this is clearly two couples, and so we want to figure out what is the equivalent single couple for the system. So let's start with the 30-pound one. That one's the nice and easy one. So the moment of a couple is what? It's just the force times the distance. So it's equal to the force, which is 30 pounds, and the distance between these two is 18 inches, right? So that's 540. Okay, what direction is that? If you use the right-hand rule, what do you have? You have it's going in the minus I direction. So there we go. So the moment, we'll call this a 1, is minus 540 I. Okay. Now let's look at the 20-pound one. The 20-pound one is not as obvious, right? They're equal and opposite, but there's some offset. So the moment is going to be not lined up with one of the axes. And so instead, let's do this. Let's go at point A, and let's add a 20-pound force there. But if we add a force, we need to add the equal and opposite 20 pounds there. So what did I just do? Well, quite frankly, I just made this one right here a real nice obvious couple. So let's talk about that one. We'll call that M2. That's just what? 20 times the distance. What's the distance in this case? It's 12. So that's 240. And what direction is that? Well, if you use the right-hand rule, that's in the plus positive y direction, so that's in the j direction. And now you'll notice this one, well, see if I can draw the erases. These two become a nice couple, right? So we have M3 is equal to 20 times 9, which is 180. And what direction is that? That's in the positive z direction, or in the k direction. And therefore, the total moment, the equivalent couple for this whole system is simply minus 540I plus 240J plus 180K. And that is the equivalent moment, the single moment that's equivalent to these four forces.